Emerging from the Bangladesh crisis, hostile actors were given to understand are exploiting political unrest and weak border surveillance in Bangladesh to push a second wave of Rohingya migration into India. Agencies estimate 30,000 to 40,000 Rohingyas are already in the country, with fresh infiltration attempts rising. The strategic objective, sources say, is to internationalize a Kashmir-centric narrative projecting Kashmir as the global symbol of Muslim persecution to emotionally mobilize support beyond the valley. The networks are facilitated through forged documents, local touts and safe houses, funded by Hawala transfers from Bangladesh and West Asia. Intelligence inputs indicate Pakistan's ISI views Rohingya networks as low-cost, high deniability assets for logistics and narrative warfare, keeping activities below escalation thresholds. This is the latest that we're getting on this now. For more on this, we're being joined by Siddhant Mishra. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. Please, if you could just, for the benefit of our viewers, spell out this entire nexus that we're given to understand is operating.
Well, that's right. In fact, the other day, Manoj Gupta reported this for us, that how ISI has got Pakistan has got ISI office inside the Pakistan High Commission in Bangladesh. And in fact, now we're getting to know that Indian intelligence agencies have flagged a new security challenge emerging out of Bangladesh crisis. Hostile actors are exploiting political unrest and weak border surveillance in Bangladesh to push a second wave of Rohingya migration into India. Now, as per the estimate, 30,000 to 40,000 Rohingyas are already in the country, with fresh infiltration attempts rising. Now, the strategic objective, sources say, is to internationalize a Kashmir-centric narrative, projecting Kashmir as the global symbol of Muslim persecution to emotionally mobilize support beyond the valley. The networks are facilitated through forged documents, local touts, and safe houses funded by Hawala transfers from Bangladesh and West Asia. In fact, this also is low cost, high deniability asset for logistics and narrative warfare, keeping activities below escalation threshold for the ISI. So, in fact, we have been reporting from day one that how ISI has definitely been actively involved in exploiting situation in Bangladesh. Perhaps ISI, from a very long time, want to open this new front for India, so that the focus of the Indian government shifts to the eastern borders, and deliberate attempts have been made. There have been multiple meetings between the ISI chief and ISI officials and Bangladesh intel officials. There have been multiple meetings between the army generals of both the countries. In fact, in the past, we reported that now there is a visa-free travel for the Pakistani nationals to Bangladesh. Trade has got restarted, etc., etc. So completely at all levels, Yunus interim government is cozying up with the Pakistan,
Right.
and perhaps this is definitely a concern for India.
Right, Siddhant, just a couple of things that I also wanted to see clarity on. We have, of course, seen how Mohammed Yunus has turned a blind eye to all that is happening in Bangladesh when it comes to Hindu minorities. Also, that being said, I just wanted to bring your focus back to this one particular line, low-cost, high deniability targets. So if you could just explain that to our viewers, and also if you would say that this is a diversionary tactic.
Well,
Is
that's
that
right.
what
Look,
we're looking at?
yes, yes, it's a diversionary tactic. Also, why Manoj is reporting that it's a low cost, high value, deniable asset, because this situation is already fluid when it comes to Rohingyas. In fact, many of them have already got infiltrated into the country. Many are, attempting to infiltrate. So the expenditure for ISI is less. Then it also has a deniability. Tomorrow they will say, if some situation arises in India, that we are not behind it, we are not officially doing anything. India is simply blaming us, and these groups are, as I said, the situation is so fluid that these groups are ready to do whatever they are asked to do at a very less cost, perhaps. So that is what Manoj is highlighting in this story. So it's kind of a best bet for ISI against India, given the situation in Bangladesh. Also, as we were discussing before, that it definitely will India will definitely be concerned about this particular development.
Right. For more on this, we're also now being joined by Major General K.K. Sinha. Thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. I want to come to you and ask you what your opinion of this is. We're given to understand that hostile actors exploiting this political unrest that we're seeing between Bangladesh and India right now.
Jai Hind and good morning. See, the sinister design, which has been designed like that, to actually, surround India from two directions, east and west. This is happening, and it is a design. Design started actually with the St. Martin Island, when the CIA, United States of America wanted to do something. And the Pakistan has jumped into it, and including the China has taken the. Now, the security challenge is, especially with the ISI design, it is working. Because if you heard, the way the Yunus came in power and then he has gone to China and stated, very, very sinister design, saying that the seven sisters of our, that is the northeast states, which is landlocked and the guardian of the sea is the Bangladesh. And they, this gives you an absolutely sinister design, and it has got, backing of China. If you remember, when these people met after Operation Sindhu, in China, Bangladesh were there, Pakistan were there in China. They tried to make the trilateral in this area. This is not an instant stage. The ISI has got different, footprint in that area, and they're trying to do it. They will able to do something, or it is just the counter that. And what the Chinese are doing it, basically they wanted to have the string of pearls. That was reversed by India. And totally, they are been outflanked on that. So they are trying to do it again. We are all aware exactly what is happening. Notice with the channel. And it is also coming from the, what is happening, you can see from the Pakistan side. They are in a problem. They want to release it through this. If something they do it, some release will come because the Pakistan is facing, upfront from Afghanistan. It is coming from Balochistan. So they are trying to, these are the games, strategic game and the military game which is being played. But we have to also smart this, and we have to be very, very absolutely reading the things well. We may be, having the patience, and this is a strategic patience we call. We are having with the Northeast, and especially with Bangladesh. But I think, everything is around control. You know that Eastern Command is absolutely now in a war like scenario there. We understand that 30 to 40,000 Rohingyas. This was the problem. This 30 to 40,000. And we have got the people within who is supporting. That is, we have to cut it. Otherwise, we will take care of this, whatever they do is strategically in this region.
All right, Major General Sinha, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your insights on this also.